paying a staggering $250,000 only to have your work evaluated by artificial intelligence. This is the reality facing students in Wharton's prestigious Executive MBA program. There's a clear distinction between thoughtfully integrating AI and letting it operate invisibly behind the scenes, one student remarked. Right now, it feels like the latter is happening. Editor's note: this is the first of 2 articles. The follow-up will be published on Tuesday, September 23rd. The concerns began to surface through a recognizable pattern. Students noticed their writing assignments returned with feedback that was either minimal, vague, or confusing. Point deductions lacked clear explanations, and comments felt repetitive and impersonal, sometimes even nonsensical. It was obvious the grading was done by AI, one student shared during a recent town hall chat. Another student expressed similar frustration. The feedback wasn't detailed enough to help me understand how to improve. A third added, it was unclear how the grading was determined, why points were lost, and what I could do better next time. This Zoom town hall, transcribed by the AI tool Fireflies.ai, gave Wharton EMBA students a rare chance to voice their concerns directly to senior leadership, albeit briefly and publicly. The irony wasn't lost on participants. A meeting intended to be off the record was itself being transcribed by AI. When students seek clarity, they get higher grades, but not better feedback. These frustrations echo similar issues raised recently by MBA students at Stanford Graduate School of Business, as reported in Poets Quant series. There, students lamented the lack of meaningful feedback and the overdependence on AI-driven grading systems. See, we're not learning anything. Stanford GSB students sound the alarm over academics. AI is devaluing the MBA. Stanford students speak out on curriculum lag, the risk to the B school's brand. And we expected more. Stanford GSB students call for higher teaching standards. A current Wharton EMBA student, speaking anonymously to Poets Quants, confirmed that B's grading concerns are widespread across cohorts, but often dismissed by faculty. Many students feel the same way. They said, "We're never explicitly told AI is grading our work, but it's unmistakably clear." This student described a culture where transparency is lacking. When students ask for feedback, they frequently receive little to no useful information, or worse, complete silence. In one instance, classmates questioned why they lost points, and instead of explaining, the professor or teaching assistant simply raised their grades to 100. A student recounted, when the student requested a grading rubric for a major assignment, they were told in writing that providing one would fundamentally change the nature of the MBA. That's ridiculous, the student said. What it really means is they don't want to be held accountable for their grading decisions. Shouldn't professors be required to disclose AI use if students must? One of the most pointed remarks during the town hall chat came from a student who asked, if students have to disclose their use of AI, shouldn't professors have to do the same? Currently, students must reveal if they use AI tools on assignments, and sometimes submit both the prompts and the AI-generated outputs. However, this transparency doesn't seem to extend to faculty, even when AI may be influencing or directly handling grading. In one writing-intensive course, students were even instructed to write at a readability level equivalent to high school juniors or seniors, specifically between 10th and 12th grade. An invisible force in a high-cost program. The core issue, according to the student interviewed by Poets Quants, isn't merely the use of AI, but the complete lack of transparency surrounding it. There's no disclosure, no clear framework, no policy, just a creeping dependence on AI to cut down on labor. It cheapens the educational experience. While some professors are thoughtfully incorporating AI into their teaching, especially in quantitative subjects like economics and accounting, others seem to be outsourcing essential teaching duties, particularly feedback, to automated systems. Richard Waterman, Wharton's Deputy Vice Dean for Academic Affairs for the Executive MBA program, responded to these concerns. We highly value student feedback and actively collect input through various channels to ensure the community's voice is heard. Students are encouraged to discuss any grading concerns with their instructors and school leadership. They are also urged to provide honest feedback in course evaluations, which are crucial for identifying areas needing improvement and maintaining quality. We remain committed to continuously seeking input and using it to enhance our program and the overall student experience. The Blind Leading the Blind, Wharton's Executive MBA program, is ranked #1 in the United States by both Poets Quants and U.S. News. Tuition and fees for the incoming 2025 class total $238,620, about $39,770 per academic term, not including textbooks, travel, or other expenses. With a cohort size of 222 students, the program generates roughly $53 million in revenue per class, making it one of the most financially successful business education programs. Yet, as the student told Poets Quants, we're shelling out $250,000 only to have AI grade our work. The problem isn't AI itself, they emphasize, but the unaccountable way it's being used. There's a big difference between constructive AI integration and invisible automation. Right now, it's the latter. This student, who has a background in technology, uses AI regularly, but insists it must be applied with proper controls, human oversight, and domain expertise. AI can be incredibly useful, they said, but it shouldn't be a crutch, especially not in a program that costs more than a luxury sports car. Wharton's current approach feels like the blind leading the blind. What do you think? Should elite programs like Wharton be more transparent about AI's role in grading? Is AI helping or hurting the value of an MBA? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below. Don't miss Wharton tops Poets Quants 2024 Executive MBA ranking.